Hello, it's me, your host Noodle. I'm just taking this quick break so that we can shout out some of our social media platforms, all of which are linked in the link tree. If you are listening to this, then hopefully you're a fan of the podcast. And if it's your first time, well, we're the Pipe GDAO and we offer Web3 innovative technology. So, what we're trying to do is, well, grow right now. And the best way you can help us do this is obviously by subscribing and commenting on the podcast, but also following us on X at the Pipe GDAO, following us on TikTok, and hey, maybe even joining our Telegram so you can get daily updates and join a conversation with our team. So yeah, please visit the link tree and get right on that. Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Pipe GDAO podcast, where we're going to be reimagining how the world funds innovation. I'm your host, Noodle, and today's episode is going to be packed with game changing insights. We're going to be diving into the fascinating financial showdown between Donald Trump's new crypto powered ETFs versus the PGF Launchpad, i.e., us. Our own groundbreaking platform for funding university R&D startups through tokenized IP and coin assets. One is chasing headlines with Bitcoin and Made in America stocks, and the others is building a bridge between universities and markets to return ideas into real world impact. Stick with us because by the end of this episode, you'll see why the future of investing might just lie with university innovation, not the next crypto hype cycle. Ready? Let's set the stage. Over the past few years, we've been watching the financial world evolve fast. From Bitcoin's ETFs to tokenized real world assets, investors are hungry for new ways to diversify and grow their portfolios. Enter Donald Trump's latest move, teaming up with Crypto.com to launch ETFs that blend volatile cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Kronos with traditional US industries like manufacturing and energy. This partnership involves TMTG, Trump's media and technology group, investing up to 250 million into these funds. They're structured like traditional ETFs, managed by Crypto.com's broker deal and custodied by Charles Schwab. Now, compare that with the PGF Launchpad. It's an ETF like platform, but instead of bundling volatile cryptos into aggregates, tokenized intellectual property, and coins from university R&D startups, think patents, biotech innovations, AI breakthroughs, all wrapped into an accessible investment vehicle. One model is a high profile crypto play. The other is a mission driven movement to fund the next generation of world changing technologies. But let's dive deeper into structure and assets. Trump's ETFs follow a fairly traditional structure. They bundle digital assets like Bitcoin and Kronos alongside traditional securities. You can invest through brokerage platforms, assuming they get SEC approval, which, let's be honest, is a big if. Meanwhile, the PGF Launchpad operates a little differently. It's ETF like, but decentralized, aggregating tokenized IP and coin from university R&D startups. The coins here might represent revenue sharing rights, equity stakes, or tokenized IP licenses. That means when you invest, you're tied to real world innovation, the next cancer therapy, the next battery breakthrough, not just market speculation. Volatility, TMTG's ETFs are sky high, driven by crypto swings. Bitcoin's volatility alone hovered around 30 to 40% last year. PGF Launchpad, lower volatility, but startup risks remain if a venture doesn't pan out. Why does this matter? Because while crypto chases hype, PGF Launchpad offers something rare: tangible, long term value rooted in real world breakthroughs. Next, let's talk about objectives and audience. Trump's ETFs are profit driven, they're politically charged, appealing to retail investors, crypto speculators, and Trump's supporter base, many of whom resonate with the America First branding. Contrast that with PGF Launchpad. This platform targets impact investors, venture capitalists, and institutions focused on ESG goals, environmental, social, and governance investing. It's designed not just for financial return, but for societal benefit, funding clean energy startups, supporting breakthrough medical research, advancing AI for good. The broader trend here is clear. While speculative assets grab attention today, the world's most forward thinking investors are aligning with sustainable long term visions. The big question: can BGFs focus on innovation and impact attract mainstream capital? I believe it can, and it's only a matter of time. Of course, every opportunity comes with risks. For TMTG's ETFs, the risks are obvious: crypto volatility, potential SEC rejection, reputational concerns linked to Trump himself, and controversy over the Kronos token. While recently reissued a staggering 70 billion tokens, inflating supply and raising investor eyebrows. But here's the edge: while crypto ETFs are tied to speculative boom bust cycles, PGF Launchpad invests in real world solution. And again, on the other side, PGF side, risk center around startup success rates and the liquidity of intellectual property assets. Regulatory ambiguity also exists, particularly if tokenized IP is classified as security. But again, the PGF Launchpad invests in real world solutions. So, clean energy, advanced medicine, future tech, these aren't passing fads. They're the foundations of tomorrow's economy. In my view, PGF's model is far more sustainable, even if it faces early adoption hurdles. When it comes to societal impact, the contrast couldn't be sharper. Trump's ETFs offer little more than speculative trading opportunities. The fact that he is doing this is already insane. And I actually posted this on TikTok earlier on the Pipe GDAO TikTok channel. So if anyone's listening to this and they want to go and check that out, we're posting daily TikToks about everything Web3 related, some stuff to do with the PGF. We've spoken a lot about Trump and his tactics over the past coming days. All very interesting stuff, and you can find up to 2 3-minute videos basically giving a whole breakdown. We covered the OM scandal, all of that, 3-minute breakdowns, everything you need to know about certain topics in Web3. It's all on the Pipe GDAO launch on the Pipe GDAO TikTok page, which you can find links to in our link tree, hopefully. But again, when it comes to societal impacts, the contrast, it couldn't be sharper. Trump's ETFs offer little more than speculative trading opportunities. PGF Launchpad, on the other hand, could fundamentally transform how critical research is financed. Imagine investing not just for profit, but for purpose, helping a clean tech startup bring a revolutionary battery to market, funding an AI tool that makes healthcare accessible in underserved communities. PGF Launchpad isn't just another investment product, it's a movement that recognizes innovation isn't born into crypto casinos. It's nurtured in university labs, fueled by researchers, and now finally made accessible to investors who care about making a difference. Now, it's time for a quick sort of listener Q&A. One great question we've listened to this week is, how can I get involved with the PGF Launchpad? So right now, the Pipe GDAO is building partnerships with universities and preparing the next wave of tokenized IP launches. So stay tuned on pipegdao.io or join the community on X at Pipe GDAO. That's uppercase pipe, lowercase g, uppercase DAO, all one word. Another great question is, tokenized IP really safe? Short answer, tokenized IP is backed by real patents and licenses, so it's less volatile than cryptocurrencies, but of course, investors should always perform due diligence. Anyway, those are the 2 questions that we've really got a lot of this week on X and in our communities. So if you have questions that need to be answered, please go ask them anywhere. We have a Telegram group that you'll be able to find in our link tree. If you join that and ask questions there, all of our mods, our business owners, everyone's in it. I'm in it. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask them there and they'll be answered shortly. So let's sort of go back to why the PGF Launchpad sort of matters with the big picture. So stepping back, here's the big picture. TMTG's ETFs, they may dominate headlines today. Of course, that's because Trump himself is on the no-go. Do you get what I mean? The man is a walking brand asset. But PGF Launchpad is quietly building a future where innovation, stability, and impact investing coverage. It's about making R&D funding accessible. It's about transforming how ideas move from university labs to real-world solutions. And most importantly, it's about creating a future where investing isn't just about chasing gains, but building a better world. PGF Launchpad isn't just an investment, it's a movement for progress. But before we close, let's recap. So Trump's ETFs, they are flashy and volatile and speculative and chasing short-term profits. PGF Launchpad is stable, impact-driven, and poised to redefine how we fund innovation for generations to come. If you're ready to be part of this movement, to invest in the future of clean tech, healthcare, AI, and more, join us at thepipegdao.io. Subscribe to the Pipe GDAO podcast. Follow us on X at the Pipe GDAO and spread the word. And stay tuned. Next time, we'll explore how tokenized IP could revolutionize biotech funding. But until then, keep investing in progress. I'm Noodle, and this is the Pipe GDAO podcast. But before we get on to what we're talking about, have you heard of a certain logo designer that managed to turn 2,000 US dollars into 200,000? Well, his name is Dustin Moskovitz, a simple designer whose genius foresight in an early university startup, which was called Facebook, changed his life. Yes, he designed the Facebook logo. And you can do this too by contributing to nascent technology startups from universities of today through the Pipe Associate Network, or the PAN. Find out how you can get started today by going to the description, visiting our link tree, and looking for www.arabito.io/PAN.